Dolls fill the shelves with candy for all the kids to see. It's Halloween, it's Halloween. Cars of pumpkins cause a scream. So many ways to have some fun. Collect some candy, scare someone. Let's all howl into the moonbeams because it's Halloween. The streets filled with trick-or-treaters and costumes of all kinds. Bags filled with candy, people peeking through the blinds. Be careful, little children, things happen in the dark. Make sure Mom and Daddy are close from the start. Makeup and masks hide things. They're not always what they seem. Be aware of your surroundings because you know it's Halloween. It's Halloween, it's Halloween. Cars of pumpkins cause a scream. So many ways to have some fun. Collect some candy, scare someone. Let's all howl into the moonbeams because it's Halloween.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Monday, I was dragging like a rusty old wagon. Tires all flagging, got it down back. This late night red eye overtime habit. Tuesday, Wednesday, no better. Thursday, felt like forever. This struggle bus gotta lead to something. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a past blue and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance. Staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. Put my lips on a long neck, drink a little of my paycheck. Jackpot, jukebox, when I hear that throwback. George Jones takes me way back, like a Kodak. And I'm smiling, cause you're right on time. And finally, hello, Friday, I could kiss you. The weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a past blue and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance. Staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you. The work weeks work me way too hard. I'm gonna toast you with a Pabst or two and thank the good Lord for this bar. Maybe I'll ask a cowboy to dance. Yeah, I think I see my chance. Staring from across the room, looking like he's in a dancing mood. Hello, Friday. kiss you. The weekend really gets me in the mood. Hello, Friday, I could kiss you.
That is the Friday anthem song for the Tim Kelly Show. It just so happens to be Halloween on the Tim Kelly Show tonight. We're going to have a spooktacular time, 3 hours of the best in new country music, and we've got a great couple of interviews coming up as well. It's Halloween starting out tonight on the show by Mike Walker as well, and I've got a couple of great radio interviews tonight. My good friend Dave Edwards from Texas is going to join me in hour number 1, and then Jeff Batson from Nashville, Tennessee in hour number 2. If you check out my background on Facebook Live, on YouTube, and on TikTok over here at Tim Kelly On Air, I've got bats and everything going around my head, pumpkins and a dancing skeleton, all that, and a cool looking Halloween theme. So come check that out as well. And I've got my Wolf Milestone t-shirt on as well, and we'll have a great song dedicated to Wolf Milestone here in just a little bit. Where is my wolf? That is the title of it. Where Wolf? Get it? It's awesome. And so we're going to have a great time on the radio tonight. Sit back and enjoy. And if you're out there trick-or-treating, be safe out there and watch those kiddos and have a good time. Get lots of candy and don't eat too much tonight. Save it for the weekend, will you? We get to turn the clocks back so you get an extra hour to chew on that candy as well. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the stations that replay this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Radio 94.3 in Sweden, hotandfunkyradio.com. We are also on kwradio.com, Boone Country Radio in Canada, TexasBrewRadio.com down in Texas, NBRNOnline.com out of Nashville, Tennessee, and you can stream the Tim Kelly Show on all the major streaming platforms like iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Spotify, wherever you stream music. Just Google search the Tim Kelly Show, and you too will be listening to New Country's Best. Brand new music from my good friend Bobby Ray. It is My Near Misses, MRS period, on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Halloween Friday night.
There's a waitress down in Tucson named Juanita, and we made plans to tie the knot back in the spring. But I'm a man who's on the road 200 days a year, and I don't have the right to wear a ring. My near misses were close calls of the heart. We put the flame out before it got too hot. 'Cause lonely motel walls and late night calls just don't go the distance. I'm a lucky man with my near misses. There's a grade school teacher in Houston, her name is Sarah, and she taught me that love just can't take the strain. And I knew deep down she deserved a better man. So I hope my misfortune is her gain. But my near misses were close calls of the heart, and we put the flame out before it got too hot. 'Cause lonely motel walls and late night calls don't take the place kiss of kisses. I'm a lucky man with my near misses. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And the twists and turns around every bend still leave me wondering what might have been. And my near misses were close calls of the heart, and we put the flame out before it got too hot. Those lonely motel walls and late night calls just don't go the distance. I'm a lucky man with my near misses. I'm a thankful man with my near misses.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
His daddy's daddy picked up some land, built every brick with his bare hands. I didn't know that could be done. Things were easy way back then, long before the turning winds, long before the clouds covered the sun. Out where the sun sets low, 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. He took her back through that hometown. She vowed she'd never stick around. Them crickets ringing in her ears. 20 years how they flew by. The city girl within her died. No better time or place than here. Out where the sun sets low, 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. I go back from time to time past that old ghost town sign. Sometimes I wonder why'd I go out where the sun sets low. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road.
That song's got the word ghost in it, so that's why I picked it for Halloween, but it's my good friend Ryan Bodine, Ghost Town Road. He is from Huntington Beach, California, and works with my good friends and sponsors of this radio program, Clarksville Creative Sound. A very creative song and a great tune called Ghost Town Road. Ryan Bodine Music is where you can find him on social media. You can find me on social media right now on Facebook at Tim Kelly On Air. I'm hanging out over there. I'm also on YouTube at KICR Indie Country Radio. I'm live on my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Scroll down just a little bit. That YouTube feed and player is embedded into the website right now, so that is live. You get to see those pumpkins and bats and all that flying around my head and that dancing skeleton. He's got it going on. He's going to be busy. He's going to be dancing for 3 hours tonight. So check that out, and then come in and say hello over here in our chat room on TikTok at Tim Kelly On Air, and give us a like and a follow, and tap that screen, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that. And last night was a big night as well. 324 people in the show just on TikTok. Let's see if we can't top that tonight. And like and share everything, and we sure do appreciate it. I told you a little bit earlier I'm wearing my Wolf Milestone t-shirt that he gave me when he came to meet me in Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. He is from Canada, and we want to send our prayers out to him as well. He's been in and out of the hospital a little bit. But my good friend Cindy Lou and her husband Bo Haas, we also met them. Here is Cindy Lou singing this song. It is called Where Is My Wolf? WOLFE, again on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Halloween Friday night.
Last Halloween I called his name. Now he's back, but he ain't the same. Tore up the yard, left paw prints inside. He's a hairy headache I just can't hide. Where is my wolf? He's howling again. Chasing the mailman, scaring my friends. He's late to the party, then eats all the snacks. Where is my wolf? Thank God he's back. He chewed my shoes and he stole my hat. Ran through the kitchen, scared off the cat. Knocked down the punch bowl, left such a mess. Now the ghost in the hallways looking distressed. Where is my wolf? He's howling again. Knocking down pumpkins, raising the dead. He's late to the party, then eats all the snacks. Where is my wolf? Thank God he's back. Dancing in the graveyard, howling up some more. Out at the moon, right at the door. Out, get into the graveyard, howling out some more. The neighbors all say he's a terrible guest, but when the band starts playing, he howls with the best. So grab your costume, don't you be late. The wolf is back dancing at the front gate. Where is my wolf? He's howling again, dancing with witches, scaring my friends. He's late to the party, then eats all the snacks. Where is my wolf? Thank God he's back.
This is Beverly Brown Sims, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's best.
I see her at the bar again, dancing with them other men, flashing me the come get me grin. I don't order another round. That's when she started dancing with him. Tight-fitting, long-legged, brown-eyed girl just broke my heart. I would have bought her a ring, gave her anything, but she told this vintage guitar. I'm high as the sky, we locked eyes. She is waving goodbye, jumping in a third dude's ride. Man died, I'm dying inside. Tight-fitting, long-legged, brown-eyed girl just broke my heart. I would have bought her a ring, gave her anything, but she tore my world apart. Broke my lonesome heart like a bad neon dream. She don't love me, my wiener dog, but my vintage guitar. Tight-fitting, long-legged, brown-eyed girl just broke my heart. I would have bought her a ring, gave her anything, but she tore my world apart. Broke my lonesome heart like a bad neon dream. She don't love me, my wiener dog, for this vintage guitar. She wants to be free, far away from a drunk like me. Can't push it away. I'm headed for an early grave, but I still love every day. Tight-fitting, long-legged, brown-eyed girl just broke my heart. I would have bought her a ring, gave her anything, but she tore my world apart. Broke my lonesome heart like a bad neon dream. She don't love me, my wiener dog, or this vintage guitar.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is New Music Friday on a Halloween night. We're having a spooktacular time playing the best in new country music, and I've got a couple of great radio interviews on tonight's program. Dave Edwards, my good friend, is up. How are you, my friend?
I am wonderful, Tim. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for doing the program, and it's great to have you on tonight. Looking forward to it.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
You bet. You're a great artist from down there in the state of Texas, and I'll tell you what, that Texas country music scene's been hot for a while, and you're keeping it hot too.
Well, I think there's a lot of us down here, you're right, and we're all trying to do our part.
Yep, absolutely. And you work with my good friends at Clarksville Creative Sound and record over there, and you make some great music, traditional country music too. I love it.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I favor the traditional style of country music. Obviously, I'm not trying to be in the business of recreating cover songs.
Yeah.
Although I do have some cover songs that I'm coming out with a little bit later down the road. But most everything that I'm trying to record right now is original songs, either written by Kurt Ryle, a songwriters group that I work with, or Edward Williams. But on my next project coming up, I'll have some joint songwriter rights with Kurt on a couple, 10 songs or so.
Yeah, that is awesome. He's a prolific songwriter, isn't he? He's written for a bunch of people.
He sure has. He certainly has. He was Mel Tillis's head songwriter for about 7 years, I think.
Wow.
And he worked with Vern Gosdin. He's written songs for Taylor Swift, Billy Ray Cyrus. A bunch of folks he's written songs for a lot of folks, you're right.
Yeah. The old Mel Tillis Theater, I was doing my show there on Saturdays for a time. It's just right off the 76th Strip behind the Olive Garden here in Branson. And Mel Tillis was here for quite a while. And, you know, Branson's got a great history of country music and traditional country as well. And the cover songs that you're talking about, you may not perform a lot of those right now, but you probably do in your live shows, you know. Record a lot of those that are out to radio that are your voice, but you probably perform a lot of cover songs.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because, it's just, that's the basis of what I like, is that style of music.
Yep.
It's my preferred genre.
That 80s and 90s country hooked a lot of people, including me, and that's why I'm doing country radio, is because of that 90s country for sure.
Oh, obviously there was some great stuff back then, but I like going all the way back in maybe the 50s or 60s and finding some good stuff every once in a while too. And when I say traditional style country music, maybe do a cover song that Hank Williams originally wrote, but update the tune a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. We're showing our age, aren't we? We may be in our 50s or 60s, huh?
Well, I don't know about you, Tim, but I know about me.
Yeah, me too. But I tell you what, I'm in year 14 of doing this, and I'm still amazed by the talent that is out there, including you, my friend. And we've known each other for a while now and have done a couple of interviews, and it's always great to catch up. Once I do an interview, it's like circling back around, and we're just catching up. But you still keep coming out with new music, and that's amazing.
It is fantastic. I mean, there's some really great stuff out there. I think everybody right now, you and I talked a little bit before the interview, and I think a lot of folks right now are really concerned about this AI movement and what it's going to do to musicians and songwriters and artists now, because I read the other day that they had some record company hired an AI artist performer for $3 million. I mean, you don't have any indie artists out there making $3 million. I don't.
No, I never see them post a royalty check of $100. If they ever made $100 in royalties, I bet you they'd be posting that all over social media.
Absolutely, I know I would.
Yep, absolutely. And you mentioned Kurt Ryle and all the things that he's done. He may be noted to some people for that, and some people know about that, but the songwriters just don't get enough credit, do they? And, George Strait, 60 number one hits, but he didn't write most of those. Dean Dillon did. So he's in the Country Music Hall of Fame for writing for George Strait.
Absolutely. I mean, and you're absolutely right. Songwriters don't. I mean, you can look back in the old days, you got your Hank Cochran's, which is who Kurt actually, that's who Mel Tillis sent Kurt to learn how to write. And, well, I should say write better. He had already had about 4 hit songs before he sent him to Hank Cochran, but he wanted, Mel Tillis wanted Kurt to learn a style, and that kind of stuff just got in, over the generations, it was just passed down through the music. And so that's why it's so closely mimicked everything. And then when everything changed and everybody became a songwriter, it seems like, because every time you talk to someone, they always throw singer-songwriter in their title. But when things changed, then I think a lot of times the music changed.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I love about you guys, especially you're keeping traditional country music alive, and that's what radio needs right now, because it's all changed. I mean, I can't really blame Nashville for what's getting put out, but a lot of it comes through Nashville. But I talk to so many artists that, and like Kurt Ryle, he's over there in Clarksville, Tennessee, so there's studios to record everywhere. We can't just blame Nashville for what's happening to country music.
Oh, absolutely not.
But you guys are keeping traditional country music alive, and I love that. And, it tells about country music a long time ago. It has this phrase, 3 chords and the truth. That's exactly what it is, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And
that's how it started.
Yeah.
Obviously, every song wasn't just 3 chords, but it was more of that truth part, and it not really didn't concentrate much on being super difficult to play. It wanted simple things. Life was different back then.
Yeah.
Everything wasn't as complicated. And I'm sure at the time it probably seemed complicated for what they had, but technology has moved so fast and everything that, I was amazed one time. I'm a retired firefighter paramedic, and I spent 38 years in the fire service, and I hauled a gentleman that was 102 years old one time to the hospital. Wow. No hip involvement back then, but I'll just say, I was talking to him and I said, "You have lived through so much." He said, "Oh yeah." He said, "I really did. We walked to school, or we went on horseback." And he said, "I came from the East Coast out here to the Midwest, and in a covered wagon.
Wow.
And so I talked to him, and I thought, God, these guys, you know, and they've seen the man landing on the moon, the invention of the cotton gin, and the printing. Well, not really the printing press. That might have predated 102, but
yeah.
You know, some just different things like that. And I thought, wow, he's seen so much. And then I started thinking the other day. I said, oh my gosh, look at all that's happened in my short lifetime.
Yeah.
And I'm not even close to 102.
Well, you're right. We're showing our 50s and 60s again, and I was on the radio before the internet. Now I've been 14 years in the radio on the internet, and we've seen a lot in our lifetime change, and it's just crazy. And we were talking about the AI technology now, how people are using that to not just write songs. I want songs that are written by the artist, but if they use AI for the vocals and the melody and all of that stuff, that's fine. As long as we know it's a demo, we'll put it in a demo category. And if another artist wants to cut that song and record it, then they can work that out in the Songwriter Showcase that we've created and all of that. But it's just so interesting in what's going on. And boy, if we live another 15 or 20 years, where's this thing going, huh?
Oh, who knows? You know, like I say, everybody's worried right now. A lot of people, I say everybody, but that's just a phrase. A lot of folks are worried about being put out of work by different things. And,
yeah.
You know, I don't see it that way. I don't see anybody getting. There will be people who will be displaced from their jobs, but you think about back in time. Every time technology makes an advance, someone loses a job, and there's a job made somewhere else.
Right.
I think the uncertainties really is from where's the job going to be made. You know, when you get in your 50s, you start thinking, I don't really want to go back to school.
Right.
I don't want to have to relearn anew. But, you know, that's just part of life, being unconscious.
CDs have kind of become obsolete. I bought a truck 5 years ago that doesn't even have a CD player in it. It's all digital now and MP3 and stuff like that. But now it's circled back around. Vinyl records are making a comeback. You can get those in Walmart and other stores around the country. Lainey Wilson, the bell-bottom queen of country music, she's brought that style back, and it's coming back around. So it all kind of does circle back around eventually, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's funny, you know, when your kids come to you, and I have a few, 5 total, 3 boys, 2 girls, and when they come to you and you see them wearing something that you were wearing in high school, you know, wow, that's cool. Where'd you get that, man? It's the latest greatest thing.
Yeah. I was watching that 70s show the other night, and here we are. Yeah. That's awesome.
Tie-dye shirts.
Yep, there you go. And something I wanted to ask you now, you working with Kurt Ryle, does he come to you with a song that he says, hey, Dave, I think this will fit your voice, or does he let you pick from a list of songs that he's written and you pick them, or how's that kind of work between you guys?
I'll tell you, my first album, I think he sent me about 40 choices because I had no idea. And he wanted me to do some original stuff. All my first albums, all original songs written by somebody else. He brought those to me. He puts them on a demo. And yes, he uses he usually uses some. He had some that he had with musicians out of the studio, and then on the latest batch that he sent me, he uses AI for. He writes the tune. He composes the tune, and he can play that tune into AI. AI will put every instrument that he wants in there. It will put it in that song in that chord.
Wow.
And he can tell it where to take leads and stuff like that. So he has a lot of control over what he does as far as the musician part. Then he uses he also, for his demo, he sent me an AI voice, and it was funny because he sent it to me, and I said, hey, he said, hey, did you get that stuff? And I said, yeah, let's do it. I said, man, that is some great stuff. I said, you really want me to sing that? I said, because whoever was singing that did a hell of a job.
Exactly.
He started laughing. He said, Dude, that's just a demo voice.
Yep.
I said, oh, okay.
Yep, and that's where we're headed, and that's where things have gone. But, there's this Nashville number system that I've heard about, and I've actually seen this happen in Branson. There's artists been here, come to Branson with original songs. They're going to perform on stage, and we're filming for TV that day, and I'm watching this show. And the band doesn't know that song, so they do a little bit of listening with the Nashville number system and however that works, and then they're going, okay, we got it, and they pull it off in just a few minutes. It's just amazing to watch that happen.
Oh, yeah, and that's another good thing I like about going up there and recording it at Clarksville Creative Sound or Studio. And that is, I can walk around. Once the musicians have played, I can walk to every spot where, like the steel or the bass or the piano or the lead, or even when we bring in a fiddle player, which we do every time, I can walk around and pick up their charts from those songs. So I have if I'm lucky, I have half the songwriter rights. Then I have the artist, my rendition of how I did that song, and then I have all the original charts from the songs that I did, which is pretty cool.
That is cool. I love it. Well, we're going to talk about this first song that I have played before, and I lived in Oklahoma for 20 years down there around Ada, Oklahoma, where Blake Shelton's from. This is called Swing Me Back to Oklahoma. Tell us about this one.
Well, Swing Me Back to Oklahoma. I was recording my first studio session in January of this year, and I was down there, had some songs in the can. I got down to 10 completed, and I got down to the last two, and I had the music there, and I'd already dropped the vocals, and I said, hey, I want to cut these two. And he said, what do you mean you want to cut them? I said, I want to cut them out. I want a new sounding country song with traditional style music behind it. He said, okay. And I said, and I also want a swing song. He said, well, I think I got one of those laying around here. And he dug around in some papers and found it on top of a filing cabinet. He said, here's one I was thinking about giving to Steve Marquardt. And I said, well, do you mind if I listen to it? He said, no. And so I listened to it. He played it through for me. He said, what do you think? I said, well, I really like it. He said, well, Steve's probably going to kill me, but I'll tell you what, if you want to cut it, if you want to try to cut it, we'll let you. And I said, okay. He said, do you want to hear it again? I said, no, what I want to do is I want to walk in the studio, and I want you to play it in the earphones, and I'm going to do my best to try to sing it. And about 15 minutes later, I think we were on first, maybe I think I had to correct 2 parts in it, but other than that, 15 minutes later, I walked out there and we had that song done.
Isn't that something? I've talked about that as far as songwriting. Some of the best songs happen in about an hour or less, from the writing standpoint. It takes a little bit longer than that to put it together. But 15 minutes, that's crazy. And then the song's 3 minutes and 12 seconds long. And to tell those stories, that are in country music, and to do that in that short amount of time and make it radio friendly, that's just such an amazing process to me.
It is. It really is. I'd like to say every time I go into the studio, Tim, I only spend 15 minutes on a song, but then I would be a humongous liar.
Yeah.
Because I spent over an hour on some songs.
Yeah.
And it's because part of it is it's because Kurt pushes me, and he does all of his artists. Everybody who sings there, he is going to push you.
Yeah.
If he thinks you've got a little bit more left in you, or if you're not singing with enough passion or enough feeling, or if it just sounds like you're up there saying the words.
Right.
And those things just kind of drive him crazy.
Well, it reminds me of what we're seeing on TV right now with these coaches on NBC's The Voice. They got to cover somebody else's songs, and they got to really concentrate on their part, in these battle rounds. It's kind of a duet type thing, and you have your part, the other artist has their part, and how they put all that together, and then what you see in the final product live on stage as they're performing it live is just crazy good. And the coaches are standing up and applauding way before the song's even over. And it's just a fun thing to watch. And that's kind of what you're doing in the studio when you get in there with Kirk, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It is. It's a whole lot like what you see on The Voice. And that's one of the things they have. Clarksville Creative Sound has invested in a couple of investors who are in Clarksville Creative Sound have also invested in ACN, the American Country Network, which with a gentleman named Tommy Schneider, and there's some other principals involved that I'm sure I'm not aware of, but of the ones that I am aware of, they've gone in and invested in that, and they've created a show. It reminds me a lot of The Voice, only it's a different look at young people getting into country music and really, digging in and what it really takes. Everybody likes to say, well, all I need is just, one hit wonder. I'd take that,
Right.
Of course, I'm sure everybody would, but, or you hear about these overnight successes. And someday you may hear about some of these young people who are on this, it's called Small Town Sound. And you may hear about some of these people, and some of them are very well known, like Jaden Riley out of Canada and Braden Ryle, which happens to be Kurt's son. I mean, they have Evie May, and they have some extremely and there's a new one, Noah Schneider, Tommy's son, is also a singer, has a very unique voice, but you may hear about one of these young people one of these days and say, oh man, where'd they come from? Well, I tell you what, overnight success is over a lot of years, most of the time.
It is. Sometimes it's just that God-given talent. They got Mackenzie McKetty. I've been playing her and her brother Austin. I've interviewed both of them, and they're like 15, 16 each. And it's just, man, wait 10 years and see where these folks are going to go, And it's that way with Braden, Kurt's son, and all of those, What are they going to sound like in 10 years? Because especially for the males, their voice changes at about the age they are right now. So in a couple of years, they may sound a little different, but it's like, man, these are musical prodigies that are coming up, aren't they?
Absolutely, and it's very exciting. I try to look at music, of course, I'm a little bit, like yourself, we're a little bit more mature in years, but I try to look at the music business now more than I did when I was younger in the music business as a collaboration. And a lot of people think it's a competition, but it's not. The only person I compete with when I go on stage is me. I'm not up against anybody else. I'm just there to do my best. And I think that's, tying it all back in, I think that's where you see a lot of that over on The Voice also.
Yep.
I want your best, but you're going to have to do your best with this person, and you are going to have to do your best together, singing collaboratively. So, and it works the same way. Songwriters have been doing it for years.
Yeah.
And, there are songwriters who will write songs, and they want to be the only person to touch that song, whether that's from a personal standpoint of wanting that personal pride of I wrote that song, or whether it's kind of from a selfish position of I don't want to share this with anybody, or I think I'm better than anyone. I mean, there's all types in all genres of music. So if they can, usually, I think that if people write together with somebody else and get their thoughts, you can come out with a better song. I don't necessarily know that anybody has. There have been some great single songwriters who've written by themselves and not collaborated, but if you look at it from a football analogy, you've got these tens of thousands of kids that are playing across the United States in high school football. By the time you get to college, now you've got less, maybe a couple of thousand that are really good enough to play college football. Then they move up to pro football. Now you're talking about hundreds, and I'm talking about hundreds out of literally the same tens of thousands who played that high school ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it's the same way. It's the same way in the music business. You've got look at Spotify. What do they got? 2 million new songs downloaded every day or something like that.
It's just crazy. I know. And we've learned a lot tonight about the music business, man. Thanks for teaching us all of that. And you're one of those go-to guys that I always think of for traditional country music. And my experience mainly with the independent artists are that they are just so grateful to have the airtime, the exposure, and you guys are just the real deal. Humble and kind people, and then talented at the same time. And that speaks well to you as well.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. We're going to play Swing Me Back to Oklahoma. We're going to come back and talk about 2 more of your latest singles, Country Music and Last on My Mind, with Dave Edwards on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Halloween New Music Friday night.
Neon lights on Broadway light up Nashville in the rain. All I see are aging dreams going down the drain. There's lots of bling, but there's no swing, just drums and loud guitars. So take me back to Tulsa, where Bob Wills is still the keeper of my heart. Swing me back to Oklahoma, two steel guitars, twin fiddles, watching bubbles in my beer. Swing me back to Oklahoma, my Cherokee maiden's waiting there. My girl is waiting underneath that Oklahoma moon. The sparkle in her diamond eyes shine like the stars in June. I'm leaving Legends Corner, heading back to Tulsa time. I'm westbound on I-40 to that Oklahoma road I left behind. Swing me back to Oklahoma, two steel guitars, twin fiddles, watching bubbles in my beer. Swing me back to Oklahoma, my Cherokee maiden's waiting there. Yes, my Cherokee maiden's waiting there.
His name is Dave Edwards. That is called Swing Me Back to Oklahoma. Great song, and you just heard the story behind it. And, man, I'll tell you what, I miss Oklahoma, but that's the reason I got into country radio, and now I'm up here in Branson doing it. And what a great history of country music they have here in Branson, too. We miss all the people that made this town great, and Mel Tillis was one of them that we talked about earlier.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There have been some great acts up in Branson, Missouri, and I've even gone up there and listened to several of the venues up there. And I mean, they've just got some really great stuff. There's great music everywhere. You know, we're talking about you're from Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a powerhouse of especially country music.
Yep. Absolutely. We was talking about Blake Shelton and Toby Keith and, you know, and Vince Gill. We had all those guys from Oklahoma. Garth Brooks, all of them made country music great, especially back in the 90s. Blake came along just right after that, a little bit later. But, yeah, that's some good stuff. You were talking off the air about, you know, how Kurt told you, you know, more as a coach and a producer. He's kind of both for you. how to hold a note, and if you can pull this off, you're going to do something crazy good like a Ronnie Millsap only can do, and things like that. I thought that was interesting.
Oh, absolutely, and it's just fascinating to be in the studio, and then if you've got a really good producer, one that'll push you, not just okay. So some people go in the studio and they're paying thousands of dollars to get their songs cut, and they're getting an engineer, and pretty much an engineer knows how to run that board, but a producer knows how to produce a song to make it sound different and to make it stand out.
Yep.
To make it noticeable. And so Kurt is not only an engineer, he is also a fantastic producer.
Absolutely.
He will push you, and he tells me, he says, Dave, that sounded, I guess, all right. I mean, I think you can do better. And I'll just kind of start laughing. I said, well, okay, if you think I can, I'll try. and so I'll try something. But he'll push you on notes. He'll push you on phrasing. And he listens to every little piece in that song and says, hey, if you could do this, or if you could run this note down in a certain way, he said that would, and just this is one part of the song. He said, I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you're talking about. He said, and then save some of that bigger stuff, save it and have something to bring back at the end. Like during the break, we talked about Wes Ryan and that song Seems Like, and how he was just flat worn out after he did it in the studio.
Yep.
And yes, there are songs that you get into the studio. Some days I go in and I'm thinking, I might cut 4 songs a day and get them canned and think, oh, man, that was a long day. You don't go into the studio and sing an 8-hour day. I can tell you that.
Right.
I don't. Most people don't. But I have talked to people who said 4 songs is all you did. And I said, yeah, in a day. Don't you think that's all right? Well, no. I usually do 6 or 8. And I'm thinking, man, you're really good, because I'm not that good.
Yeah.
But then you have things like this song that we were talking about, Wes sings, and I had a couple of songs like that. My last studio session, I had a studio session last month, as a matter of fact. And we were doing a couple of songs, and they were vocally challenging. And I did 2 a day, and I thought, oh my gosh, I am worn out, or at least my voice was.
Yep.
I could still get up and function and eat, but which I do like to do, by the way. If we ever get together, we'll have to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that too. Texas barbecue ain't too bad if we ever come down there.
Absolutely. So, yes, I mean, there are times you get in there, and then there's something that a real producer will push you and make you do some things outside your comfort level at times. Maybe some things that you hadn't thought about in years. For the younger artists, it may be, I hadn't thought about that in months, but it's all relative.
Yeah. Well, and you mentioned too that you have to stand out, and we've talked about that talent pool that even just Kurt Ryle has, and the folks that he's producing, including his own son. But that 15-year-old Mackenzie McKetty, I mean, that Powder Keg song that she's got, it's more of an adult song when you hear it, but a 15-year-old did it. She was 15 when she recorded it. And the talent pool is just so big that, you do have to stand out, don't you?
Absolutely. You're either going to stand out in the crowd, or you're never going to be noticed. I mean, that's one of the sad things about true artistry is that it's sad on one hand because there's some great singers all over the place, and sometimes singers don't feel like they don't get noticed enough. They don't feel justified in doing what they're doing. And they hear other people who are moving through the charts and all this other stuff, or getting played on the radio, and they're not. And sometimes it takes a good producer, or maybe even a good promoter or manager to kind of get you noticed.
Absolutely. Well, you're working with all of that, and so keep doing your thing. You are outstanding, man, and it's been a pleasure having you on tonight. Let's talk about these other 2 songs real quick, Country Music and Last on My Mind.
All right. Last on my mind was written by a friend of mine. Kurt Ryle has a songwriter's workshop. In that workshop, there's probably over 100 songwriters who are involved in that workshop. And I mean, some really big names, people who've been in the business for a long time, and now they're retired, or they've moved on to other interests, and they just come in there. And the way we do it is somebody comes up with a title, it's voted on, everybody gets a chance to vote on it. Kurt then picks it, and then that person doesn't write anything else in that song. Mm-hmm. The next line's written by somebody else, and it's a process that goes through a daily process. Okay, we're going to line one, and Kurt says, y'all either have to decide how you want the song to go, or here, let's do something like this. And so he either gives us the idea or kind of pushes us a little bit as to how he envisions it going, or he lets us come up with our own vision. And then you'll see stuff from all over the place, but everybody kicks in line, and that person, the next person who gets that line, they don't get to write another line in the song. So you literally have a song that's written by 20 different people.
Man, that's awesome. That's kind of how they make a Snickers candy bar. Somebody does the peanuts, somebody puts the nougat in, and then somebody covers it in chocolate later on down the line. I've seen that happen.
And that's plenty good, isn't it?
That's pretty good stuff right there. So, it turns out really well. And so it's been great having you on, man. Like I said, we've learned a lot tonight. Thanks for doing this. And, I know you're all over Indie Express and Clarksville Creative Sound, but where can folks find you, Dave Edwards, if they want to check out your music specifically? There's a big talent pool on all those websites, but where can they find you?
Well, the only other place anybody can find me right now would be my YouTube channel, mm-hmm. which is Dave Edwards. Dave Edwards Music. And let's see, I feel horrible. I should have had that right on the tip of my tongue, my YouTube address, but maybe I can contact you and give it to you later, because it's just not right on the tip of my tongue at the very moment. But I try to post anytime I go. I play a lot of Opry's. I don't, everything, if you're in music for money, you're in it for the wrong thing, because I'm going to tell you, it's the quickest way in the world I know of to go broke.
Yep.
But if you love music, then there's going to be times where you go out and you play a lot of free stuff, or, occasionally you can do some free stuff. And I play a lot of Opry's in Texas and in Oklahoma. And, matter of fact, this Saturday night I'll be in Wiley, Texas at the Wiley Opry, mm-hmm. In downtown Wiley. Absolutely free. I love going in there. I love the people at all the different Opry's and jamborees that I play. It's just an opportunity to get out and meet people and do what you love to do, which is sing songs. Yep. And so that's kind of like me. Some people are really into the money, and they got to be paid for everything. But God bless them.
I love it. If you want to be a millionaire in the world of country music, you got to start out as a billionaire, right?
That is true. That is very true. Somebody told me one time the fastest. I said, "Man, how can you make $10,000 in music pretty quick?" And they said, "Oh, yeah, that's easy. Go out and buy $20,000 worth of instruments and then sell them."
All right. Well, you're worth $1 billion to me, man. Keep doing your thing, and it was always a pleasure to talk to you. I love your music and you as a person, man. And so we'll do this again real soon. And have a great Halloween night and Thanksgiving right around the corner, and a great Merry Christmas as well.
Thank you, brother, and I hope all of y'all are safe.
You betcha, sir. Thank you. Be safe out on the road going to those gigs as well. Dave Edwards, this is called Country Music, and Last on My Mind is coming up next on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Halloween Friday night.
Today, I was listening to the radio, an FM country station. Music sounded just like 80s rock, and I thought surely something's wrong. The words, just like hip-hop, made me think I needed a translation. When it ended, the DJ said, where is country music? The fiddles and the steel guitar are gone. Everything is synthesized. The rock and roll guitar sounds kind of foolish. I long for great singers and pure voices like Haggard and Jones. I'd love to hear a solid 4/4 shuffle. Tell me, where is country music? When a song spoke to your heart with words we could relate to, and we believed each word the singer sang in every country song. It was back when singers and their bands laid down a good dance groove. Tell the difference between rock and pop and country all night long. And I said, where's country music? The fiddles and the steel guitar are gone. Everything is synthesized. The rock and roll guitar sounds kind of foolish. I long for great singers and pure voices like Haggard and Jones. I'd love to hear a solid 4/4 shuffle. Tell me, where is country music? I'd love to hear Ray Price and Farron Young. Tell me, where is country music?
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I woke up this morning searching my mind. I still can't believe I was ever that blind. I found out your love wasn't only for me. The signs were all there I never could see. I'm still not believing I caught you in the act, and now I'm believing, and I ain't coming back. So looking for me would be a waste of your time. 'Cause the first thing this morning, you'll be the last on my mind. You covered your tracks and you thought you were good. Didn't honor your vows like you promised you would. And I failed to notice your world of deceit when you looked in my eyes and lied right through thing this morning, you'll be the last on my mind. Oh, the first thing this morning, you'll be the last on my mind.
That is called Last on My Mind. His name is Dave Edwards. Dave Edwards on YouTube. That's his YouTube channel if you want to check him out. He is fantastic, and he works with our good friends and sponsors of this program, Clarksville Creative Sound, and he sounds really good. Traditional country music right there, ladies and gentlemen. Some toe tappers and a great ballad to end with as well. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is a Halloween night. We got it going on behind the scenes, behind the screens. Right behind me is a lot of bats flying around my head and pumpkins, a dancing skeleton. He's been dancing ever since we got started tonight, and he's going to do it for 2 more hours. So come in and check all of that out. You can find me on my website at KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. Scroll down just a little bit. You'll see that live YouTube player. Click on that. That is the video to the show tonight. We are live on it, and I'm also live on TikTok at Tim Kelly on Air. Come over here and say hello to us in the chat room. Tell us where you're listening from. I'll give you a big shout out, and thank you for joining the program as well. We appreciate it. We got more great music on the way, and then another great radio interview. My good friend Jeff Batson from Nashville, Tennessee will be a special guest at the bottom half of this next hour. So let's get going with my good friend Donnie Cook, a better man than me, on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Halloween Friday night.
Is he tall, dark, and handsome? Is he rich as a king? Is he ready to buy you that big diamond ring? Darling, tell me the truth before you turn and leave. Is he a better man than me? Does he know how to listen? Is he quiet and shy? Is he stronger than steel? Is he man enough to cry? Darling, look in my eye. Tell me what you see. Is he a better man than me? Can he dry your tears whenever you cry? Will he always be there when you lay down at night? If he can love you like that and still set you free, then he's a better man than me. Can he be understanding? Is he good with his hand? Does he want only you? Is he a God-fearing man? Darling, look in my eye. Tell me what you see. Is he a better man than me? Can he dry your tears whenever you cry? Will he always be there when you lay down at night? If he can love you like that and still set you free, then he's a better man than me. If he can love you like that, oh, and still set you free, and he's a better man than me. He's a better man than me. He's a better man
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Nothing in your eyes is what it seems. True desire scares me when we're faced with dreams. If you listen carefully, you'll hear the truth. Let the whiskey flow and I'll let you know a thing or two you always knew. Chasing your sunset, riding in my Corvette. Windows down, I'm racing here from dawn to dusk, and our shadows cover us. Watching your sunrise, driving until midnight. Set it fire to all the truth I leave behind. I'm buried with the lovers in the dark. Horizons come and go, I watch them burn as your embers follow me through every turn. Love comes in waves and shadow gates and echoes through. Only in the dark your glowing spark leads back to you. I always knew. Chasing your sunset, riding in my Corvette. Windows down, I'm racing here from dawn to dusk, and our shadows cover us. Watching your sunrise, driving until midnight. Set it fire to all the truth I leave behind. I'm buried with the lovers in the When I'm lying in my bed and I'm feeling close to death, gazing up at the stars for you. Let my soul sing it loud how I loved you in the wild, like a wolf crying for the moon. Chasing your sunset, riding in my Corvette. Windows down, I'm racing here from dawn to dusk, and our shadows cover us. Watching your sunrise, driving until midnight. Set it fire to all the truth I leave behind. I'm buried with the love. Chasing your sunset, riding in my Corvette. Windows down, I'm racing here from dawn to dusk, and our shadows cover us. Watching your sunrise, driving until midnight. Set it fire to all the truth I leave behind. I'm buried with the love that's in the dark.
That is a brand new single called Love in the Dark. It is Buckle and Boots. Buckle and the letter N, Boots. Buckle in Boots. Go check them out. Find them on social media. Give them a like and a follow. And we just booked an interview that's going to air in the new year of 2026. You can check out my full live interview schedule of upcoming interviews at the bottom of the homepage of my website at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. After a few more songs, I've got another great radio interview tonight. Jeff Batson from Nashville, Tennessee is going to join me on the program. We have interviewed in the past, and it's always great to catch up with him. He's a good friend and a great talented artist as well. You're going to enjoy it, so stick around. We got lots more on the way. Let's keep it going, though, with a great group called Creekbed Saints. This is called Keep On Loving You on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a Halloween Friday night.
Told you so the first time you looked my way, that this heart of mine wasn't gonna stray. Like a prayer whispered into the midnight air, I'll be loving you forever and ever, my dear. On the other hand, if I did walk away, I'd be digging up bones till my dying day. Girl, you're the kind of truth that can't be wrong, so I'll keep on loving you like we're in a Randy Travis song. With a faith that walks on water in a depth deeper than the holler, I'll hold you when the nights get cold. Love you with a heart that's bold. I know one day I'll fly away. I'll thank the Lord I found you on my way. Through the highs and lows, we're right where we belong. Just two lovers in a Randy Travis song. We've had our share of heroes and friends, but baby, this road don't ever have to end. Your hand in mine is where it's meant to be. Every part of my life keeps pointing to you and me. On the other hand, I couldn't change my heart. I've been loving you right from the start. You're the part of me I can't get wrong, and I'll keep on loving you like we're in a Randy Travis song. With a faith that walks on water in a depth deeper than the holler, I'll hold you when the nights get cold. Love you with a heart that's bold. I know one day I'll fly away. I'll thank the Lord I found you on my way. Through the highs and lows, we're right where we belong. Just two lovers in a Randy Travis song. My love for you will never end. It'll go on and on. Amen.
You are listening to The Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri on KICR Indie Country Radio.
I wasn't born into their name, but love don't care about blood or fame. A boy with too much past to hold found a porch light in the dark and cold. Mama'd ask if I'd been praying right. Daddy'd pour coffee, say stay the night. That little white house felt like it knew what home was supposed to do. They weren't my only home, but still they gave me room, they gave me will. And back at mine where I was raised, David sat at our table like he was made. Two sets of arms, one kind of grace. Two front doors in the same old place. We weren't bound by lines or rules, just love and bikes and backyard duels. Down the street where kindness grew, where borrowed time turned into truth. I opened gifts on Christmas Day like I was born there anyway. They gave me space when I lost my way, pulled me in without delay. Mama prayed and Daddy taught, and neither asked for what they bought. Daddy bought my first Zebco 33, taught me to cast, then let me be. He paid for my GED, said go on son, be what you're meant to be. Mama just sighed when I showed my tattoo, shook her head but said I still love you. They never tried to chain me down,
just guiding me without a sound. Down the street, not far from mine, but far enough to redefine what family means, what roots can be. A second home that set me free. And David, brother, not by blood, but deeper still by boyhood mud. Two families, one wild out ride. We made it through, side by side. So if you ask who helped me stand, I'll say my folks in that other hand. Down the street they took me in, and I've been double blessed since then. Down the street where the love ran deep, where memories at all porch swings still keep. No matter how far this life has led, I still hear mama's voice in my head. That second home, it still feels near. Right there on Armour Road, year after year. They gave me more than they ever knew, and that street raised part of me too.
Another great group called State Line Saints. We had Creek Bed Saints, we got State Line Saints, and Doc is on the radio too, so go check him out in his radio show. Kickin' Country 101 is where you can find our good buddy Doc, quite a singer as well. That is called Down the Street. Tailgate Crush is up next, the latest single from our good friend Allie Ray. She's hanging out with us live on TikTok at Tim Kelly on Air, and she is live on the radio right now on KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this New Music Friday Halloween night.
Yeah, you pulled up play with the sideways grin, truck bed shaking with your rowdy friends. I tripped on a log, nearly dropped my cup. You caught my hand and you pulled me up. Now the music's loud, but I only hear you laughing at my two-step, missing a shoe. You stole my hat, I stole your beer. We're laughing so loud the whole creek can hear. Mud on my boots, got your hands in mine. This tailgate crush got me feeling just fine. Somebody scorched all the burgers and buns, but I swear this night's still the best kind of fun. I don't even care, cause you're leaning close, whispering something about who you love most. This party's wild, but it's plain to see all the fun out here just leads back to me. You stole my hat, I stole your beer. We're laughing so loud the whole creek can hear. Mud on my boots, got your hands in mine. This tailgate crush got me feeling just fine. Stars come out and the crowd dies down. It's just you and me with the crickets around. Forget the noise, boy, I've had enough. This tailgate night turned into love. You stole my hat, I stole your beer. We're laughing so loud the whole creek can hear. Mud on my boots, got your hands in mine. This tailgate crush got me feeling just fine. Yeah, this tailgate crush turned into a night where the sparks in a fire met the sparks in your eyes.
Taylor, you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
Still that day, till the preacher shouted in a bold way, turn your Bible to 5 verse 19. Husbands love her, keep the passion keen. A deacon jumped up, the crowd leaned in. Preacher said, sit down, let's read it again. Let her love satisfy you for all your days. Be captured always in her embrace. Those holy words shook every pew. Every man drove home that day brand new. I'm gonna love her like Proverbs 5:19. Every heartbeat, every time. A love that lasts through the years of mine. Forever bound by God's design. Yeah, I love her like Proverbs 5:19. That's the way I love her all my life. Not long after she asked with a grin, where'd you learn to love so deep within? I held up that old Bible and smiled. Said it's written right here, it's been there a while. Her eyes lit up, she knew it was true. This love was sacred, written for two. From that moment, her heart aligned. She knew I love a Proverbs 5:19. I'm gonna love her like Proverbs 5:19. Every heartbeat, every time. Love that lasts through the years of mine. Forever bound by God's design. Yeah, I love her like Proverbs 5:19. That's the way I love her all my life. One year later in a country church, preacher gave the blessing, read the verse, said, son, you may now kiss your bride. Those holy words still burn inside. The choir rose and the people cheered. I whispered the truth she longed to hear. Girl, this promise is more than a line. I love you always, Proverbs 5:19. I'm gonna love her like Proverbs 5:19. Every heartbeat, every time. A love that lasts through the years of mine. Forever bound by God's design. Yeah, I love her like Proverbs 5:19. That's the way I love her all my life.
Brand new music from our good friend Mike Corellis. He is from the great state of Texas. That is called Proverbs 5:19. I'm not afraid to throw a Bible verse in on Halloween night, ladies and gentlemen. No, I ain't scared. And for the kiddos, you know, in the world of country music, we have Jelly Roll. Tonight, you get Tootsie Roll. How about that? That's awesome as well. Nick Taylor, thank you for a great radio liner. He did just a little bit ago for me. He is up next with a great song called One Bar Stool. After we play it, my next interview, Jeff Batson from Nashville, Tennessee, is going to join us tonight on the program on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this Halloween Friday night.
And all the whiskey out down doesn't chase them away. And all them images keep coming back to stay. All the things I wish I would have done or said swirl like heavy smoke inside my head. Should get up, go home while I can walk, but I'll be here till bartender's last call. Hell, this naughty proof ain't cutting it like it should. Marlboro's ain't replacing the red lip taste of you. And I'd do anything, turn back the clock if I could. Your memory still holds me all night through, while the band keeps singing our favorite line. bar stool at a time. Darling, I still smell your perfume from last New Year's Eve. Your head on my shoulder, my heart on my sleeve. You grabbed my head, said, let's run with the wind. Escape these four walls when the dance lights grow dim. That slick dark street took a turn I can't erase. Worn out tires on my dad's 83 left no trace. Hell, this naughty proof ain't cutting it like it should. Marlboro's ain't replacing the red lip taste of you. And I'd do anything, turn back the clock if I could. Your memory still holds me all night through while the band keeps singing our favorite lines. One bar stool at a time. Pocket full of heartbreak, two hands on the wheel. Keep seeing your last glass, still can't believe it's real. Hell, this naughty proof ain't cutting it like it should. Marlboro's ain't replacing the red lip taste of you. And I'd do anything, turn back the clock if I could. Your memory still holds me all night through while the band keeps singing our favorite lines. One bar stool at a time. One bar stool at a time.
Listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is New Music Friday. It just so happens to be Halloween. We're having a spooktacular time tonight playing the best in new country, and I've got a couple of great radio interviews on the program tonight as well. Always fun to catch up with my friend Jeff Batson from Nashville, Tennessee. How are you, my friend?
Hey, Tim, I'm great. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for doing the show tonight. It is, like I said, always fun to catch up with you. And we got a couple of cuts off of a brand new album that you're about to drop. So that is great. And I've been looking forward to this one. Welcome to the show.
Hey, man, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm excited about the project. Original name, Jeff Batson, 2025.
There you go. I love it. And you're a native of St. Louis suburb in Illinois. So, St. Louis about 3 hours from me. I did a Freedom Jam USA. I got to MC that back in 2023. Met a lot of great artists, including Keith Whitley's son, Jesse Keith Whitley. That was a blast.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, I grew up in Cahokia, just across the river. I could see the arch from the house.
Nice.
So, and smell the hops from the brewery.
Yep. We did both of those back in 1978. We went up in that arch, and then we toured the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. Now, I was too young to drink back then.
Right. Well, I've not been up in the arch in a little while, but I think, it used to be you'd go up and you'd sit in these little bitty cars and you're claustrophobic. You couldn't hardly handle it. And they would shift because as you're going up the leg, they would shift. But apparently they got a new system that's a lot smoother ride to the top. But I haven't experienced it yet.
Yep. Well, once you get to the top and you're looking out those little bitty windows, you can feel that thing sway, and it sways 18 inches both ways to at the very top of that arch. It's just crazy how that all happened.
Pretty scary to think about when you're up there, but
it is.
What a neat piece of architecture. It's like when I see that, I'm like, oh, I'm home.
Yep, it was one of the original 7 or 8 wonders of the world. Was the St. Louis
definitely
Arch.
No place else like that.
Pretty wild. I've got an arch in my shoe, but that's about it.
Well, I've been to the Golden Arches a time.
Yeah, me too. I have. You want fries with that? I absolutely do. You began your musical journey in high school. Tell us about how that kind of got started.
Well, man, my first band, I was in high school. I started taking guitar lessons. My cousin lived up the street, Dave, and he had was in the rhythm section in high school, and then they had a little band. And I mean, long story short, we lived just a few houses apart, and they were having band practice and wanted to borrow a guitar strap.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, and he knew that I'd been taking guitar lessons, and so I bartered. This is a true story. I said, you know what, you can use my guitar strap, but I want to come up to your practice and sing a couple songs.
Yeah.
So that's how I worked my way into the band. But that was in the 80s, and it was they were doing a lot of 80s rock kind of stuff in those days. And my voice I'm a tenor, so all that, my voice was pretty well suited for that kind of stuff. So that's that borrow my guitar strap, let me sing a couple songs, and that's how I worked my way into my first band.
I love it. I'm a tenor too. My voice sounds better tenor 12 feet away, they say. Yep. And you talking about guitar straps, I just saw Graham Brown got inducted to the Country Music Hall of Fame, and Vince Gill introduced him and inducted him and give him a guitar strap with his name on it. Boy, I thought that was pretty cool.
Gosh, you're like talking about a couple talented people there.
Right. Well, speaking of talented people, you've performed for several. Gary U.S. Bonds, Three Doors Down. You've got to share the stage with the great Hank Williams Jr., Keith Urban, Tracy Byrd, Colin Ray. I know they've both been to Branson many times. And a bluegrass legend, Dr. Ralph Stanley. How about it?
You want to hear that story real quick?
Sure.
I had a song when Jack Buck passed away that I wrote with my friend Kevin Castleman. We wrote a tribute song to Jack Buck called That's a Winner. And Ralph Stanley was performing at a little theater up in St. Louis, and I was asked to perform that Jack Buck tribute song before he sang. So I got to meet him and sing that song. So I did share the stage with the bill with Ralph Stanley.
Yep.
But yeah, that was kind of neat. Like I say, we had just lost Jack Buck, so that was a lot of people were sad. But I got to do that song before Ralph played.
I listened to his son. I listened to his son Joe Buck a lot of times on Monday Night Football, and this week Kansas City Chiefs are going to be playing on Monday Night Football. But
you guys have looks like you've turned a corner.
I tell you what, they're doing great, and we love football and I love sports, and Jack Buck was one of the reasons I wanted to be in broadcasting, because originally that's why I wanted to get into broadcasting. I wanted to call play-by-play and stuff like that for the NFL. I love Pat Summerall and John Madden back in the 90s calling those epic games, and most of them were Dallas Cowboy games, but that's all right. I loved them in the 90s too when they were winning their championships.
That's awesome. I mean, I just love sports and obviously love the Cardinals. And so I had moved here when Jack passed away, but I watched the news and just cried like a baby. And so we wrote that song, and actually the Cardinals played it at Busch Stadium, and his widow, Carol, actually called me and told me how moved the family was. And, I know Joe and the daughters all know that song, and a lot of the Cardinals affiliates still play it. It's just a piano vocal, honestly, but that song's gotten a lot of traction with Cardinals fans.
That's awesome. Speaking of making that move to Nashville, you did it back in 1997. You're well beyond that 10-year town thing. So you're in Music City, and you've done a lot of great performances, but I'll tell you what, I found you from a young lady that sends me a lot of great music, Miss Jeannie Foley. You were performing at her house, and she turned me on to you, and that was our first interview.
Jenny, man, she helps so many people, Tim. It's she's just just a wonderful person, and really does everything she can to help a lot of people. If she believes in you, she believes in you.
Yeah.
And she'll go to bat for you. So yeah, I met Jenny and Marty. Rest in peace, Marty. What a great man he was.
Mm-hmm.
And performed at their house many times, and I still go to Jenny's and perform a lot. She's just she loves to have musicians and songwriters in particular over to perform at her house, and it was, so I'm thankful that she introduced us.
Yeah, me too. I'll tell you what, your music is fantastic. We're going to play 3 of your great songs tonight, 2 of them from your brand new album that's about to drop, so that's going to be awesome. And now you split your time between those doing live performances and honing your songwriting talents. Now, I'm friends with a lot of people that go to those songwriter rounds, or they perform at the Commodore Grill and stuff like that all over Nashville. Jan Buckingham's one of them. I think she told me
Yeah, I know Jan.
she's got like 2,000 plus songs in her library and stuff like that. So tell us about songwriting, because I love talking about that. Are you more like lyric based? Do you have to hear the melody, or is it maybe a combination for you?
It's really, for me, a combination. I mean, it can, I guess most of my stuff starts with an idea, but I mean, it can be a melody. It can be different, if I have to say, what am I stronger at? It's probably lyrics and ideas. I'm kind of and I'm a lyric grammar word Nazi. I mean, but from writing a lot. I write appraisal reports for I'm a real estate appraiser, so I write a lot. So I'm a good editor, but probably when it comes to songwriting, I do both, and I play guitar well enough to write songs. I'm not a lead guitar player, but I certainly play well enough to come up with melodies and write tunes. But I'm more of an idea lyrical that would be stronger for me than the melodic side, but both really.
Right.
It's in my songwriting ebbs and flows. It's like, I'll go on, get on a hot streak where I'll write several songs and then, maybe not write, and the last few years, I haven't written near as much as I did when I first moved here, because you kind of get burnt out and it's like, well, man, nothing's going on with these songs, so why should I write more? But you can't really let yourself sink into that mindset. You just have to keep, but, fortunately I don't have someone telling me, hey, we need 5 songs this month, produce them, get them written. So I'm I'm blessed to be able to write when I'm inspired. So I'm not forced to write.
I recently interviewed a young lady that said she has a friend, when she gets writer's block, her and her friend get together, and her friend gives her a 5-word challenge. You mentioned 5 songs, but she gives her a 5-word challenge. She said, give me 5 words, just random words, and they make a song out of it. Try to make a song out of it and make it rhyme. And
wow.
I thought that was pretty cool. It's kind of like playing.
That is pretty neat.
Kind of like playing Scrabble and adding music to it or something.
Make a game out of it.
Yeah. And so that's how she writes. So when she gets writer's block, and unfortunately that happens to a lot of writers, and and it may keep them from putting out something new every few months. And that's what really keeps you on the radio, is if you can come out with something like you're doing with your album and things like that, that definitely keeps you on the radio.
Yeah, no, it's you're absolutely right. I've always been the type that's also when like something's going on, like I've got a big show coming up, or I'm maybe got a song that somebody's kind of interested in that they put on hold, or that kind of thing. That keeps me driven, to keep going, because I mean the music business is can be discouraging,
Yes.
So a lot of people move to Nashville and never have anything happen, so they give up and move back home. But so it's always nice when you got a little something going on. Like I said, even if it's looking forward to an interview, or looking forward to a show you got coming up. And on the songwriting side, it's certainly more fun for me when somebody's expressed interest in something, or it's just validation, I guess, more than anything.
Absolutely. And you've been doing some of those interviews too. I've been seeing them on my Facebook feed, so congratulations. And it's always fun having you on this program.
Yeah, the Tim Kelly show's my favorite.
Well, there you go. Thank you, my friend.
I've done a bunch of interviews and podcasts over the last year and a half since I started releasing some music solo wise. But this album, like I say, it's out there, and it's been exciting. It's been fun. It's actually the first time I've released a solo project in almost 15 years.
Wow.
So it's been a long time coming. So
Awesome.
I have lots of songs to pick from.
I've got your address. The check's in the mail, brother.
There you go.
Picking the title of a song too is interesting. Just like, how are we going to do a tribute to Jack Buck? What are we going to call that song? Well, he was famous for saying that's a winner, so let's call it that. And that's how that happens. And now you probably make songs and people tell you that, give you good feedback on it. And you probably hear that in other songs, that you've done. Hey, that's a winner.
Right. Exactly.
And, it's great. It's great when other people love, especially your originals, huh?
Oh man, there's nothing more rewarding. I haven't hit the big bucks song yet. Hit the bullseye and made a ton of money. But there's nothing. If I play the Bluebird and somebody comes up to me and has been moved by a song and tells me, it's really hard to put a dollar sign on that.
Yeah.
For me.
Yep.
Well,
I'll tell you what, you're not only a great artist, you're a great guy because you have also performed for our military. You've went overseas to Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, all these different places, the United Arab Emirates, and all of these different places to perform for folks over there. So that is commendable, man. And they love the veterans here in Branson. We do not only Veterans Day, which is coming up, they do a whole week in Branson of veteran tribute stuff, and we really honor them year round. Every show I've ever been to in Branson, right before intermission, they always have the veterans stand up and we give them applause in each division of the service, whether it be Coast Guard, Army, Navy, whatever.
That's awesome. That trip I did was a DOD tour. 30 days in those countries you mentioned, and it was probably one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. It was so cool to be able to, bring a little bit of home to those folks over there. This was post-Desert Storm, so it's been a number of years ago, but man, I remember it like it was yesterday, just getting to go to those bases and a couple of the embassies and, getting to experience some of the things that, most civilians never get to. It was really, really rewarding.
Absolutely. That is awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, you got a brand new album getting ready to drop, and you haven't been sitting around doing a whole lot of nothing, but that happens to be the title of the first song we're going to play tonight. Tell us the story behind this one.
I wrote this with a buddy named Terry Brown, who's like a cowboy. He and his wife Hilda make the cowboy singing circuit. And Terry's still, I think, out in California now performing. He's just a cowboy singer. And we were just talking about how sometimes you get caught up in the grind and boy, it'd be nice to take off and just do a whole lot of nothing. And that's kind of where, it's kind of the direction we took. So we just started thinking about some things that might come to mind that sound relaxing.
Yep.
And that's what this one's all about.
That is absolutely cool. And, I'm semi-retired. Well, actually, I've never drove a semi, so I guess I am retired. But my brother's an over-the-road truck driver, and I'll tell you what, boy, they're what keep America going right now, aren't they, man? I see them going up and down the road 24/7, even on a holiday, Christmas, whatever. They're still up and down the road.
No, it's amazing. I mean, the majority of our goods in the U.S., I think, are probably trucked. I mean, so that's, God bless them.
Yep. And a lot of those folks listen to radio while they're going up and down the road, too. And I love those.
Sure do.
I love those truck driving songs, and your songs are going to fit quite well with all of those and everybody that loves country music. And we're going to put you out on 13 radio stations around the world tonight.
How about that?
You betcha. Whole lot of nothing. His name is Jeff Batson. We'll come back and talk about a couple of more songs in a minute on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio on this Halloween New Music Friday night.
CC, senorita, bring us a margarita and one of those drinks that's blue. With a hand-rolled Havana to our Surfside Cabana, custom made just for two. And if you see a glass half empty, well, don't even bother to ask, 'cause we'll be drinking them down while we're living it up, just watching the clouds roll past. So here's to afternoon siestas, the sun, the surf, and the sand. Walks in the moonlight, strolling the beach hand in hand. Our own little midnight fiestas and romantic rendezvous. Here's to the one thing that I never get to do. A whole lot of nothing with you. Muy bueno, bring 2 more hurricanes. Oh, and don't spare the rum this time. It's been a hard year and my mind needs some clearing. Working on a BA crime. But we've got a whole week to catch up and fall in love all over again. So let's say a little prayer and drink a big toast to the hope that it never will end. So here's to afternoon siestas, the sun, the surf, and the sand. Walks in the moonlight, strolling the beach hand in hand. Our own little midnight fiestas and romantic rendezvous. Here's to the one thing that I never get to do. A whole lot of nothing with you. Sometimes you just gotta get away when the world won't cut you no slack. And right now I don't care if we never go back. So here's to afternoon siestas, the sun, the surf, and the sand. Walks in the moonlight, strolling the beach hand in hand. And romantic rendezvous. Here's to the one thing that I never get to do. A whole lot of nothing with you. A whole lot of nothing with you. That's what I want to do.
His name is Jeff Batson. That is off his current album. We'll get the title of it here in just a minute. We'll ask him, but that is called A Whole Lot of Nothing. We've been enjoying that song while it was playing. We were talking football off the air and enjoying each other's time and catching up. Man, it's been great. We haven't been doing a whole lot of nothing. We've been busy the whole time talking. It was great. Thanks for making that.
Stay busy.
Yeah, thanks.
Movers and shakers.
You betcha. Thanks for making that song, man. It was great.
Oh, you're quite welcome.
Yeah, absolutely. What is the title of the album that you just released?
Just Jeff Batson 2025.
2025.
So
awesome.
It's 10 songs. I co-wrote all of them, over the last few years, and, finally got to go in the studio, and it's been fun doing a new project. Before this, I was doing a duo with a buddy named Eric Haynes, Batson Haynes, we call it. So there's music out there for Batson Haynes and Jeff Batson, but it's been fun to do this little solo project.
Awesome. Well, it's been fun having you on the program again, too. I love the very last statement in your bio. It says, in his songwriting, Jeff Batson possesses an authentic gift for turning real emotions into music. Man, that is good stuff right there because, you get to tell the stories that you want to tell as an independent artist, don't you?
You do. You don't have anybody telling you what you kind of have to do. So it's nice. And I always try to write from the heart or from personal experience. And if it's not my personal experience, it's someone I know or I have a connection to. I don't try to just, write about something I don't know. So, that's always key to me, to make something real.
Yeah.
So I do try to write, real stuff that,
they call country.
Got some grit. Got some that'll. My cousin, the one that wanted to borrow the guitar strap, he has a song he wrote years ago called "Provoke an Emotion." I think that basically sums up songwriting, or what I try to do with songwriting is provoke an emotion, whether it make you laugh or make you cry or make you love something. But
I love it. You know, they call songwriting 3 chords and the truth, and that's exactly what you get to tell a lot of times about your own experiences in life is the truth, and put your heart and your soul out there for the folks to hear. And you see it resonate when you've done a lot of performances, big performances and small ones, like going over to Jeannie's house or smaller venues around Nashville that you play, or songwriters rounds, and you get to see how those songs, those originals and stories about your life resonate with people, huh?
Absolutely. It's a great place and it's a great place. Those small, intimate settings are a great place to try new material and see who's listening or who you lose. And you can kind of, and it also, when you're putting a project together, it kind of helps you pick which songs you might want to include or record.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a test market, I guess.
Yep.
It's what you'd call it in radio.
Speaking of doing that, it's a process to put a 10-song album together and pick those songs and then figure out what the title is going to be and all of that too, isn't it?
It is. The title of the album's not that original, but song titling is actually, it's a little harder than people think. It's just like, because sometimes you don't want to do the obvious. It's like, well, this song should be called this, but sometimes it's kind of fun to title something different, just like that makes people think. I've always liked it when songwriters put out titles that make people think.
Yeah.
Or you just wonder what's that about? Like Casey Musgraves, for instance, she had a song called Space Cowboy, and it's like, gosh, I don't have any idea what that's about, but I want to know. So I want to hear that song just because I read the title and it sounded interesting.
That is how it is every time I check my email. I get a lot of song titles in there, have no idea what it's about. I'll listen to the song, still got to find out what it's about by doing these interviews with you folks when we come on the program.
Yeah, I would imagine. And you're doing a lot of, work with songwriters now, and you always have. But, I mean, I know you're doing a lot more and have this new venture coming, so I'm sure you're seeing all kinds of original stuff and different titles and
we talked about that with Dave Edwards in the other interview, and we're learning a lot tonight on this program about how this process works. But there is a huge talent pool out there. You know it because you've been in Nashville for about 30 years or something like that, 25. And
yeah, it's going on 30
Yeah,
years.
going on 30. So you've seen a lot of talent, some of it come and go as well, but there is still so much up-and-coming talent, and the people moving into Nashville, and I haven't been there since 2018, but it's just crazy right now of the people that want to do something in music, whether it be songwriting, just specifically that, and not perform, or the performers. And when you go up and down the streets of Nashville, there's guitar cases open and live music everywhere, isn't there?
Oh, you shake a tree and about 3 songwriters will fall out of it.
Yeah,
I promise.
Exactly.
No, and there are still a lot of people moving here to do this. Part of it's probably because of the whole digital social world. It's a lot easier to put stuff out there to the masses.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it makes a lot of people want to do it.
Yep.
It makes it a lot harder because there's a lot more, material. There's a lot more to choose from, but I think. But yes, there's songwriters moving here every day.
And we talked about, me and Dave in our interview, how things are circling back around. We used to go to the Sam Goody stores, and pick albums and thumb through those for hours, and pick out our favorites. And our playlist was that turntable where they dropped down one at a time, and then it went to cassette tapes, and then it went to CDs. And CDs have kind of become obsolete, but you said Jeannie has talked to you into making some CDs because people like to have and hold those. Everything's gone digital now, but now it's making a comeback. Vinyl is making a comeback, and that young lady, Lainey Wilson's wearing bell bottoms. That's making a comeback. It's pretty cool to see.
Nope, it is neat, and everything kind of comes around. I mean, even songwriting style. I mean, there's styles come back around.
Yep.
I mean, a couple of, newer people. I mean, like Luke Combs kind of is a throwback to some of the more 90s sounding country. And now you got Zach Top, who's got that traditional kind of voice. So everything, I guess comes in cycles, like you said, but from bell bottoms to, clogs.
Yep. That is good stuff. And your next song, Somebody, Somebody, let's talk about that. And then Trying to Get to Heaven will top off the next hour. Tell us about those two.
Well, Somebody, every once in a while in Nashville, I still play the Commodore, which is a popular songwriters venue, and heard this kid singing. I say kid, he's probably in his late 20s or 30, close. I mean, it's like that's still a kid to me, but his name's Caleb Lake, and I just was, blown away by his voice and got to know him, and we became friends, and like, well, let's write something. So we got together, and we were talking about relationships. I think maybe his brother was, looking, or maybe in a new relationship or something. And we were talking about how, man, that's kind of what we all seek companionship, and everybody wants to be somebody. So that's kind of how we just ran with that, and
awesome.
wrote a song about how, everybody wants to be with someone. I mean, I'm not saying everybody, there's exceptions to every rule, but I think for the most part, we all want to be somebody.
Absolutely. And Trying to Get to Heaven, we're all doing that. As long as I don't have to take the stairs, I think I might make it. I'm not sure.
Well, I hope you do. I'm sure and hopefully I'll see you up there.
You bet.
But that song I wrote with my former, I say former, I'm sure Batson Haynes will write again, with Eric Haynes and AJ Bryant. And the song idea, it's kind of, I don't want to generalize or say most, but I think in most cases, or in my case, I'll say, growing up, my mom was the one, got us ready and made us, that sounds bad, but made us go to Sunday school and church.
Right.
So usually, in more cases than not, I'm guessing it's the mom, the female, that, is the one that's kind of goes to church probably more often than dad in many cases. In my case, that was the case. And my dad went to church, and he was a believer, but he probably only went to church at Christmas and Easter, that kind of thing. So this song, that kind of was the seed, I guess. And from there, we just we're talking about, this is about a guy who thought his wife he kind of was a drinker and, spent too much time away from home, and the wife always prayed for him, and, that kind of thing. And he just thought she'd always be there, and she wasn't. She ended up passing away first in the song. And so he's spending the rest of his days trying to get to heaven.
Amazing stories. I've been getting a lot of great gospel music, and Branson right here in the Bible Belt, they love gospel, they love the Lord, and there is so much great music out there. We had to put some gospel together on this program as well, and I love playing that. So it's always great to hear these great stories behind the songs, and having you on the program is always a blast. Thanks for doing it. Where can folks find Jeff Batson and get their hands on this brand new album before 2025 is over, huh?
Well, yeah, let's hurry up. No, my primary website is my name, Jeff Batson, just JEFFBATSON.com, and there's links there to all my other social media, pages, and the album. It's all the digital providers: Apple, Amazon, Spotify. You can find it out there. My website doesn't have a merch page yet, but at some point it will. But if you want to email me, I'll make sure, and you want a hard copy of the CD, I can make that happen. There's an email link, or it's just jeffbatsonmusic@gmail.com if somebody wants to reach out. But I'm pretty easy to find in the social world or online and find a contact. But I think there's something on this project for everyone. It's 10 songs, pretty varied. There's a love ballad, there's some story songs, there's some fun songs that'll hopefully make you laugh. But man, I appreciate your support more than you know, Tim.
You got it, and you're always easy to find for me because I've had your phone number for a while. It's always a pleasure catching up with you. I want to wish you a happy holiday season too. Thanksgiving's coming up right around the corner, and a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if I don't talk to you again the rest of this year. But definitely look forward to our next interview, and that might happen next year. I appreciate the time tonight.
Okay, Tim. Thanks so much, man.
You are very welcome. Jeff Batson, Somebody, and Trying to Get to Heaven. Coming up on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Halloween New Music Friday night.
You can spend your whole life waiting and only hear the inner doubts, or make the hopelessness start fading and pick yourself up off the ground. We all need a little sunshine with our rain, someone to wash all of the loneliness away, another heart that can find its way into another's arms where it will stay and never leave. Everyone wants to be somebody, somebody. Love can show in many places, even when you least expect, and in unfamiliar faces, you'll find some you won't forget. We all need a little sunshine with our rain, someone to wash all of the loneliness away, another heart that can find its way into another's arms where it will stay and never leave. Everyone wants to be somebody, somebody. Colder nights, darker skies, and the pain behind your eyes tell a tale as old as time. Come what will, come what may, all the storms of yesterday will subside and fade away. We all need a little sunshine with our rain, someone to wash all of the loneliness away, another heart that can find its way into another's arms where it will stay and never leave. Everyone wants to be somebody, somebody. Somebody, somebody.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
She would always tell him, don't drink in front of the kids. And if you have to cuss, don't take the Lord's name in vain. She'd head to church on Sunday while he slept off Saturday night. And she prayed that he would change. She always saw the right in him and overlooked the wrong. 'Cause he worked hard and did his best to provide. He thought she'd always be there and he'd be the first to go. But she ran out of time. Now he's doing all he can to be a better man. 'Cause someday he wants to be by her side again. He's praying, he's forgiven, and changing the way he's living, trying to get to heaven. So he picked up her Bible and started reading the words in red. got down on his knees like she always hoped he'd do. He said, God, if you can hear me, I swear I'll make things right and surrender all to you. Yeah, he's doing all he can to be a better man, 'cause someday he wants to be by her side again. He's praying, he's forgiven, and changing the way he's living, trying to get to heaven. He volunteers down at the mission, cooking in the kitchen. She's up there looking down, and he wants to make her proud. So he's doing all he can to be a better man, 'cause someday he wants to be by her side again. He's praying, he's forgiven, and changing the way he's living, trying to get to heaven, trying to get to heaven. He's trying to get to heaven, trying to get to heaven.
His name is Jeff Batson. He's my good friend from Nashville, Tennessee. What great songs tonight and great interviews. I loved both of those. And you can check out these interviews if you're just now getting tuned in hour number 3. Back in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives is where they're going to end up. That tab is at the top of the homepage of my website at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. Jeff Batson is amazing, and he's also a sponsor of this program. So click my sponsors tab. You'll see Jeff Batson's logo, and it's an hourglass with sand in it, and it's got some sand in it. Click on that and it'll take you right to his stuff and what he's got going on, and get your hands on that brand new album, Jeff Batson 2025. I am live on that website right now at KICR-IndieCountryRadio.com. Scroll down just a little bit, you'll see YouTube. Click on that. That show is live right now. We've got a Halloween background with pumpkins and bats flying around, a dancing skeleton, all of that great Halloween vibe, and we're hoping you're having a great Halloween so far. And if you have kiddos, I hope they got lots of candy tonight as well. This next artist is Webb Dalton. This is called Starting to Feel That Way on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on this Halloween New Music Friday night.
Well, this morning over breakfast, she didn't act much like herself. She was there and mighty, but in her heart she had to be somewhere else. As she sipped her coffee, she didn't have a word to say. I could feel it in my bones, a leaving coming on. She might not be gone, but it's starting to feel that way. I'm starting to feel a cold, cold chill like I've never felt before. It's not hard to see when she's looking at me. She's got one eye on the door. I think she's getting just a little more distant every day. She might not be gone, but it's starting to feel that way. Finger on it. Lately things just aren't the same. I know I'm not a psychic. I got a not so funny feeling something's about to change. She says everything is fine, but I wasn't born no yesterday. I know there's something wrong. I might as well be here alone. She might not be gone, but it's starting to feel that way. I'm starting to feel a cold, cold chill like I've never felt before. It's not hard to see when she's looking at me. She's got one eye on the door. I think she's getting just a little more distant every day. She might not be gone, but it's starting to feel that way. Yeah, I think she's getting just a little more distant every day. She might not be gone, but it's starting to feel that way. I can feel it in my bones, leaving coming on. She might not be gone, but it's starting to feel that way.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is today's country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
And this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
Boots on the porch, kicking up the dust. Sunset's melting like a pie crust. A whistle in the wind ain't just for show. Love them cowgirls, don't you know? Love them cowgirls, wild and free, riding fences, chasing dreams with a lassoed heart. They'll set you straight. Love them cowgirl, it's never too late. Hat tipped low, shadow on her grin. A laugh like whiskey smooth with a spin. Her hands hold calluses, her heart holds gold. Love them cowgirls, their stories untold. They don't back down, they don't look back. They saddle up when the storm clouds stack. Through the mud, through the fire they ride. Love them cowgirls, full of pride. Love them cowgirls, wild and free, riding fences, chasing dreams with a lassoed heart. They'll set you straight. Love them cowgirls, it's never too late. Love them cowgirls, wild and free, riding fences, chasing dreams with a lassoed heart. They'll set you straight. Love them cowgirls, it's never too late. Hats pulled low under sky so wide. Stories untold in the way they ride. Silver buckles gleam under the moon. Cowgirls hum their own sweet tune. I love them cowgirls, wild and free, spinning the stars like a tumbleweed. Their laughter's gold, their spirit's fire. I love them cowgirls, they never tire. They dance with the wind, they sway with the sun. A trailblazing spark, they're second to none. I follow their tracks like a heart on a string. Cowgirls are magic in everything. So here's to the gals with the prairie in their veins, where the wild runs deep and the spirit remains. Raise your glass, let the world take note. Love them cowgirls, they're the heartland's vote. With every gallop, with every grin, they pull me closer time and again. Love them cowgirls, wild and free, riding fences, chasing dreams. saddle up girls. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
His name is Jesse Cole James. JC James is where you can find him on social media, JC James Music, and he is a fantastic artist, and that is called Love Them Cowgirls. Love that song. Perfect for a New Music Friday night, and it just so happens to be Halloween. We're having a spooktacular time listening to this great country music and lots of talent out there. We've mentioned that several times tonight in the interviews. Speaking of lots of talent, how about these next two artists? They make up Roses and Weeds. They are Taryn Keeley and Caleb Moses. This is called Leave Your Lovin' On the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Turn down the lights in this room. Baby, come and kiss me. We got nothing to lose. Reckless desire builds up the fire, hard and strong. We're all alone. Turn off your phone. Leave your loving on.
The touch of your hand on my skin burns like an ember from deep within. I've got the urge to quench my thirst and my soul. The troubles you hold, just let them fall, but leave your loving on. I think it's time your heart and mine tear down these walls we hide behind. Better let's go back when you first kissed me like that. We made love all night long. Just close your eyes, lay right there. Surrender to these tender moments that we share.
Listen to my song, ain't nothing wrong when you leave your loving on. Right where we belong, ambition's gone.
Nothing but loving on.
This is Kyle Garrett, and you're listening to The Tim Kelly Show, syndicated worldwide, playing New Country's Best.
Dragging the infield like we always do.
switch and catch hearing your call. Learning life on a diamond. It was more than baseball. Under the lights with you was like our second home. With a glove in hand, never felt alone. Daddy showed how to swing, how to stand, how to fight, be a better man. All those ball game nights under the lights with you. Under the lights with you. Bleachers full of cheers. Sun sinking low. You wiped the sweat from my face, telling me to take it slow. Every winter loss you just made me glad. You're more than just a coach, you were my dad. Under the lights with you is like our second home. With a glove in hand, never felt alone. Daddy showed how to swing, how to stand, how to fight, be a better man. All those ball game nights under the lights with you. Even though you're gone, I'm a little sad. I know you're smiling from heaven when my 5-year-old picked up his bat. Under the lights with you, like our second home. With a glove in hand, never felt alone. Daddy showed how to swing, how to stand, how to fight, be a better man. All those ball game nights under the lights with you. Under the lights with you.
His name is Dale Maddox. That is his latest single out to radio, Under the Lights with You. He used to be a baseball coach in Northwest Arkansas, I do believe, and he lived in Branson for a time as well. Dale Maddox is where you can find him on social media. Terrence Hart is a great Canadian artist, H-A-R-T, Terrence Hart Music, and his latest project is titled Better Kind of Man. Here it is right now on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Halloween New Music Friday night.
The sun sets slow behind the hill. My shadow slowly slips away. The night is cold and quiet still. I close my eyes and kneel to pray. May you find someone who loves you, they're thick and thin back again, that sees your heart and all you do, and wants to always hold your hand. Be strong and true to what you know. Let kindness lead where you will go. And when you fall, stand up and try. Don't let the pain make your heart lie. My greatest hope, my final plan. You be a better kind of man, a better kind of man. I know life will be hard sometimes. You'll
feel the need to give it up for all the mountains you must climb. Each step you take will lift you up. May you find someone who loves you through thick and thin and back again, who sees your heart and all you do and wants to always hold your hand. Be strong and true to what you know. Let kindness lead where you will go. And when you fall, stand up and try. Don't let the pain make your heart lie. My greatest hope, my final plan. You be a better kind of man, a better kind of man. You gotta spread your wings and fly. See the world and all its wonders. Embrace the beauty of the sky. Let your heart be free and wander. Be strong and true to what you know. Let kindness lead where you will go. And when you fall, stand up and try. Don't let the pain make your heart lie. My greatest hope, my final plan. You be a better kind of man, a better kind of man. Be strong and true to what you know. Let kindness lead where you will go. And when you fall, stand up and try. Don't let the pain make your heart lie. My greatest hope, my final plan. You'll be a better kind of man, a better kind of man.
This is Kayla McGee, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio. Playing new country's best.
He was a cowboy, wild and free. Met a little girl as sweet as can be. She was a nice girl, but she didn't stay neat and wouldn't put it past a snake to cheat. And she don't need saving, and you won't find sweet. I need gasoline, fire, and a back row beat. I'll need an alibi. Out in the woods under that blood-red sky, a shot rang out and I kissed him goodbye, and that was the last of him that night. Cowboy killing, running wild and free. Double barrel shotgun and some cold whiskey. Red lips and blonde hair, just as pretty as she can be. She's cowboy killing, and that killer is me. Now the town talks slow when they speak her name, saying she was a sweet girl till she lit that flame. Daddy's little girl done took the blame. She showed him up when she ended his game. He left his boots by the door and his truck in the yard, and she took his lies and buried them in the dark. Cowboy killing, running wild and free. Double barrel shotgun and some cold whiskey. Red lips and blonde hair, just as pretty as she can be. She's cowboy killing, and that killer is me. He broke her heart, thought she just cried, but angels fall too, and sometimes cowboys die. Cowboy killing, you gon' see. He took my heart, but that last breath's on me. Cowboy killing, running wild and free. Double barrel shotgun and some cold whiskey. Red lips and blonde hair, just as pretty as she can be. She's cowboy killing, and that killer is me.
There's a spooktacular song on a Halloween Friday night, Cowboy Killer. That is the latest single out from Lee Ann Ogle. I am loving that song. That's the third time I've played it on this program, and I ain't gonna quit. It's a great, great song. I love that one. Randy Cobb is up next. He's got a great brand new single out to radio called The Sand. We're gonna play it, and then we're gonna talk about it in an upcoming interview that will happen in 2026. It'll be our second radio interview, and he's working with my good friend Nicole Zeller at Brickshore Media. Great to see them doing great things together. Let's play The Sand right now on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best, on this New Music Halloween Friday night.
We was just kids and found those 78s. Suppertime sun was a TV dinner plate. Mama did dishes, Daddy went to work. Saturdays was fun, Sundays were for church. Old John G. over yonder, sitting there on his porch, with a Henry and his hound dog whistling while he worked. Right there down the road, those kids are jumping rope, smiling and laughing, just some good hometown folks. Oh, what I'd give to go back there, just a fun-filled kid, not a worry, not a care. The sand, you know it sure runs fast, wish I could stop it somehow in the fun-looking glass. Things are different now, but in some ways still the same. Mom and Dad are gone, never knew I'd feel such pain. Tomorrow I've learned, man, it's such a blessing. So pretty as it rises and so peaceful as it's setting. Kangaroo and Rogers, Foghorn Bugs and Pepe Le Pew. I turned the knob for the Rascals, the Stooges, and good old Andy too. And right there during dinner, when Walter came on at night, they cried for Vietnam, prayed for those who fight. Black and white on the TV, it's just the way it was. Not just there on the tube, y'all, but through Daddy's tough love. What I'd give to go back there, just a fun-filled kid, not a worry, not a care. The sand, you know it sure runs fast, wish I could stop it somehow. Yeah, what I'd give to go back there, just a fun-filled kid, not a worry, not a care. The sand, you know it sure runs fast, wish I could stop it somehow in that funny looking glass. Oh, I miss you, Mama. Yes, I miss you, Dad.
Kristen Kelly, and you're listening to The Tim Kelly Show, syndicated worldwide, playing New Country's best.
His eyes were holding back so he wouldn't notice that. His arm was touching her back and she didn't mind. He said it was all pretend, I didn't believe it then. He told me to trust again, but I wouldn't try, 'cause I know how this ends. Oh, he'll tell you that you're better than the rest. He'll tell you that you're prettier than the rest. And he'll tell you that you don't gotta worry about nothing I learned that shit the hard way. You think he love you for you, but girl, he love you for play. Cause he thinks he's something to look at, and you think he's something to look at. And I think you're looking too far back, cause I know how this ends. Oh, he'll tell you that you're better than the rest. He'll tell you that you're prettier than the rest. And he'll tell you that you don't gotta worry about nothing else. But Jolene, he's gonna cheat on you and you're gonna see. And I know that he's a dog and he's never been out-trained. So if you really think he ain't gonna do the same thing to you, Joe, and I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. And if you want a warning, girl, I thought you should know. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. I hate to say I told you so. Jolene, he's gonna cheat on you and you're gonna see. And I know that he's a dog and he's never been out-trained. So if you really think he ain't gonna do the same thing to you, Jolene.
Her name is Trisha Marie. That is her brand new single out to radio and her own version of a great song called Jolene. That thing is blowing up on social media, particularly TikTok. I believe over 4 million views the last time she checked, and it's going higher than that, I'll guarantee you. And she is currently on her way to Nashville. She's going to be attending the 11th annual Josiah Music Awards that happens this Sunday. Lots of artists that I play on this radio are nominated for some awards, and congratulations to everybody on those. Have fun walking the red carpet, and when you get back, show us what you got going on from the Josie Awards on social media. We'll be liking and sharing all of that stuff, and congratulations to everybody. Mike Sadinsky's up next. His brand new single is called A Little Bit Lighter. That may not be true of you if you eat too much candy on Halloween tonight, right? But we're going to play the song right now from Mike Sadinsky on KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Halloween Friday night.
Winding roads and no street lights, the stars above are shining bright. Windows down and the music's up, just having the time of my life. Little things can mean a lot when you sit back and enjoy that spot and recognize that life doesn't last forever. Living in the moment, squeezing out every drop. Let the joy and love fill you up, they will wash away the pain. Smile and enjoy the view. Smiles coming back at you. It makes the day just a little bit brighter. Makes that heavy load a little bit lighter. Beaches as far as the eye can see. Waves are rolling in musically. Sun is hot and that margarita's cold. I promise you now this doesn't get old. Laughter of a child fills the air. They show us they don't have a care. It's what really reaches you in your soul. It is a place we all need to go. Living in the moment, squeezing out every drop. Let the joy and love fill you up. They will wash away the pain. Smile and enjoy the view. The smile's coming back at you. It makes the day just a little bit brighter. Makes that heavy load a little bit lighter. The glass can be half full, or the glass can be half empty. You can give thanks, or you can cry in your beer. Now make that choice to appreciate the things in life that you find great. Bring the sunlight into the darkest place and get on with your life. wash away the pain. Smile and enjoy the view. Smile's coming back at you. It makes the day just a little bit brighter. Makes that heavy load a little bit lighter. Living in the moment, squeezing out every drop. Let the joy and love fill you up. They will wash away the pain. Smile and enjoy the view. Smile's coming back at you. It makes the day just a little bit brighter. Makes that heavy load a little bit lighter. A little bit lighter. A little bit lighter. A little bit lighter. A little bit lighter.
This is Ashley Ewing, and you're listening to The Tim Kelly Show New Music Friday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
I get lost in those blue eyes every time you look my way, and I feel I can't do anything 'cause you inspire me in every way. So it goes, you stole my heart completely, and I know I can never turn away. Feeling you so close to me, hear your heart beating next to mine. Loving you is so easy, cherishing moments passing time. So it goes, you stole my heart completely, and I know I can never turn away. You're the one I want to be with. I'm so proud to be your wife. You're my rock and my best friend. Bring out the best in me every time. So it goes, you stole my heart completely, and I know I can never turn away from you. I can never turn away. I thank God for you every
You know, the world.
I grabbed my lantern, Midnight came, nature called, but it weren't the same. That outhouse door slammed on its own, and I swear I heard a ghost stick groan. There's a ghost in my outhouse, slamming the sea, spooking my business every time I need. I can't drop a thing, not even a sound, 'cause that ghost keeps messing when I sit down. He rattles the walls, he whistles a tune. I ain't been alone since that harvest moon. Tried bringing whiskey, tried bringing a gun, but ghosts don't care, they just think it's fun. There's a ghost in my outhouse, slamming the sea, spooking my business every time I need. It's hard to relax, hard to let go, when a phantom's peeking from the old moon glow. I asked the preacher, he said, boy, just pray. But the ghost just laughed and flushed away. Guess I'll be holding it till sunrise, or learn to do my business with spooky eyes. Well, there's a ghost in my outhouse, haunting me still, playing tricks on my bowels against my will. So if you hear me holler, don't be alarmed. It's just me and that spirit down on the farm.
Boy, I did a lot of research trying to pick some great country music songs for Halloween tonight. That is a fun one right there. And what a way to end the show. A Ghost in My Outhouse. I love that one. Thanks for doing this, for being on the program tonight, Jeff Batson and Dave Edwards. I want to give them a big shout out. Their interviews will be in the Tim Kelly Show interview archive shortly after this live show is over tonight. Thank you guys for being here on a Halloween edition of the Tim Kelly Show's New Music Friday as well. I'll be back to next week on Thursday and Friday night. Triple Play Thursday and New Music Friday. Both times air at 7 o'clock Central Time. And until then, The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like The Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Happy Halloween, everybody. Bye-bye now.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. Oh.
Take him back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing